Hello, friends, and welcome to this live stream. Today is gonna be the day that they're gonna throw it back to you. By now, you should have somehow realized what you've got to do. I don't believe that anybody feels the way I do about you now. Said maybe, right? Computer all good today then? We don't know. No Diablo then? What do you mean Diablo? Why would there be Diablo? Full screen nep, this is new? It is not. You've just never seen it before, which is more of a you problem. Had a good day? Mate, it's been a long day. It's been a long day. I've got to play 3 games minimum. That was last night, Wakana. Yeah, I tried. I haven't updated my PC yet. I was in my head, like, when... I don't even know if it was my PC that was a problem. But in my head, I was like, oh, I'll do it in the morning now. And then I woke up today. And then I was recording Squad Builder Showdown with AJ. And that takes a long time because, you know, he likes to talk. And I like to talk. And so I didn't finish recording that until 4. I went and seen my kids after school. And now I am here. And this... Thoughts on Stoichkov? EA have got this horribly wrong. That's my thoughts on Stoichkov. Who was it on? Not allowed to say, mate. Sorry. Right. For the England Evo RTG. As I say, I think the primary thing for me to do today is the daily SBC. I might not have done on the Arsenal RTG either, to be fair. Let me try it on that, just to make sure. The daily SBC, when's it out? I don't know. I don't know what Andy's turnaround time is. Don't even need to do it. Like, guys, the Arsenal RTG is done, just so you know. If you're here early, you've heard it here first. But the RTG, as we know it, is done. The daily content is just not enjoying playing it. I'm not enjoying playing it. That's not true. I'm actually enjoying playing it more than I've ever enjoyed playing it before. But that's why I'm enjoying playing it. And that's why it's got to stop. Like stop. Because I don't need to, like, grind it anymore. Because I can just enjoy playing it. Do you know what I mean? I can just enjoy playing some champs, some rivals. Praying he gets Tots to have. He won't be able to get into the team, mate. Yeah. Like, I'm 5-0 in champs. I got to 5-0 on Saturday morning. Literally Saturday lunchtime. I got to 5-0. And I haven't even turned the game on since on that account. On the Arsenal account. Haven't even been on it. Haven't even been on it. Yeah, I haven't even done daily play. I want to make sure I haven't got any evolutions. Not that it matters now. Any 15 days, 13 days, 20 days, 12 days, 19 days, 25 days, 5 days. I'm calm. Have I finished with champs? No, I've not. I just spam the team of the week picks. I've got 88 Foden and Palmer and 91 Kane. Pretty OP for England. Yeah, it is, yeah. We've got a sick team as it is anyway. I just need to get into some games with this team. And I need to keep... what do I need to... I think I need goals with Eze. I only need 1 more goal, but 3 more wins. So that'll be absolutely fine. And then what have I got in terms of time sensitive? Yeah, Eze is very time sensitive. Sterling's quite time sensitive. And then other than that, I think, isn't it Eze that's going in here? Can't remember. Anyway, let's just get Eze done. Love to hear why people think Arsenal bottled a title. Nobody thinks Arsenal bottled a title. Not this year. Whilst I also don't agree about it last year, I can understand the mentality of Arsenal bottled a title last year because we were 7 points clear at one point. Even though we had played 2 games more, we were 7 points clear, and people just look at that and think, okay, yeah, there's, that's that. This year, I think we were like in control of our destiny for 1 game throughout the entire season. There was literally 1 game where, so long as we won every game from that point onwards, we would win the title. For the Villa wasn't the game. Villa was a game that we lost that ultimately made it that we needed other teams to kind of do us a favour. But it wasn't the Villa game per se that was the biggest issue. It was just the fact that we had to win out like 11 games in a row, and that's just ridiculous. Like that's just so hard. Like if you look at the I can't remember what company it is that did it. I saw it on my Twitter timeline a little while ago, like a few weeks ago. There was only a 1 match day occasion where Arsenal were considered by the bookies the favourites to win the league, and that was by a minuscule margin. It wasn't by a big margin. It was like by the tiniest of margins, like 1% margin. Otherwise, like City were always, well, Liverpool at one point were favourites, but otherwise City were always favourites. And so,
Gabriel.
Yeah, listen, if you think Arsenal bottled the title, don't even want to argue with you, to be perfectly honest. Because you obviously just haven't, you're either intentionally trying to troll or you just don't know what you're talking about. If you want to think that the game at Aston Villa was the game that we lost the title, or the game that cost us a title or anything, then I also think you don't really understand what you're talking about. Like, for me, it wouldn't be that game against Aston Villa or either of the games against Aston Villa because, hey, Aston Villa are now in Champions League, right? They're the team that finished 4th. They were one of the best teams in the league this season. There's no shame losing those games. It's, for me, the games against Fulham, specifically the game where we were a goal up and a man up against Fulham, that has cost us his title. That's the game for me. Because if we beat Fulham like we should have done, first of all, like here's the other thing that people don't take into consideration, right? The ripple effect. Let's say we did beat Aston Villa. There's no guarantees that is then every other game beyond that carries on like it did. We might have beaten Aston Villa and then drew to Man United or lost to Everton on the final day of the season, right? There's no guarantees with the way it works. So we can't just suggest that, yeah, because we oh, go on, Sterling. Nice. Because we would have beaten Villa, it would have won us the league, right? You could never have actually told what happened. But if you want to like pin it on one specific time, I don't think the Villa games are the ones to pin it on. I think it's the Fulham games, because we lost to Fulham and drew with Fulham at home, a goal up and a man up. That is so bad, man. Lost away to Villa, win at home to Brighton, draw to Scousers, lost to West Ham, lost to Fulham. That was a run that did you in hindsight. Yeah, that was the time. That was the time where the title went.
Sterling.
And listen, man, I think unless you're talking to somebody who's trolling or somebody who really just doesn't have a grasp of life, I suppose, and is just a bit like immature. Anyone can see, especially Arsenal fans, man. We can see how good this season's been. And we can see how close we are running City. And listen, like Liverpool won 1 title, didn't they? During City, like during during the 3 or 4 years now, Liverpool have had a few times in their history where they've been insane, right? Like elite level. And that comes and goes, right? During the last phase of Liverpool's elite level of ability, they won the title one time. One. Right? If we end up having the same situation where we're at our very best ever and we only win one title, all it does is go to show just how good City are, man. And there's no shame in losing to a team that is going to go down in history as quite possibly one of the greatest teams in history, right? And is it sad still? Yeah. Do you want better still? Yeah. Is it frustrating that, you know, City have got this absolute juggernaut of a club and a team where you just can't compete? Yeah, it is, right? But if that's the situation, that's the situation, man. It's just, that's the way it's going to be. We're just going to have to be better. And I feel like, anyway, Arsenal are at a situation now where where we're able to now sign the best players in the world. I feel like we can now go to, for example, not saying he would come or he wants to come or we're looking for him or whatever, but a Jamal Musiala. I feel like we could take a Musiala away from Bayern Munich. You know, I feel like we can get the best players. I feel like we no longer have to get kind of like the outclassed or like the players from like a Real Madrid or a Barcelona or a Chelsea or whatever that have kind of fallen out of favour and they're the ones that we've got to work with. I feel like now we can go to a player and say, hey, look at what we've done with what we've got. With you could be that missing link that will take us to Champions League semi-final or final, win us the Premier League. That's what we've got, right? And I feel like we're in a good position right now. I feel like we're in a good position now to be able to encourage players to come. Now I saw some news the other day that we're getting rid. We've listed up apparently Smith Rowe and Nketiah, El Nenny's going, Ramsdale, and there was one more as well that are going to be going. But I found it quite strange yesterday. You know, last day of the season and that City had already won the league, even though we were still fighting to win the game. Found it interesting that Smith Rowe, of all the players on the bench, was one of the ones to come on, because that to me suggests that he's actually got a future there. Because otherwise, why not sub Ramsdale on for the last minute? You know, why not sub on Eddie Nketiah? Yeah, Lokonga will be going. I think Lokonga's got a good chance to be in the Premier League as like a permanent player. He's done brilliantly for Luton when he's been fit. But yeah, Lokonga's definitely one of those as well. And so, yes, I like me personally. I just love him on Smith Rowe. Like him and Saka carried us through those COVID years. And I don't want Smith Rowe to go. And I'm hoping that the fact that he got minutes yesterday and was good during those minutes as well, I'm hoping that that's Arteta's like almost like cement, you know, like approval for him that he's staying. Yeah, Holding might have even permanently gone to Palace anyway. I don't know. No, not today, Clip Library. Sorry, brother. Checkmate, thanks for the 23 months, man. Much appreciated, brother. In here, maybe a stupid question, but why do all Brazilian managers are 0% negotiations and don't give any chemistry? Well, chemistry only works for the nation or the league of the manager. In terms of the 0% negotiations, I don't think that exists anymore, does it? Holding went for 2 million, did he? 4 million. So, Andy told me something today, guys. You know how we've been building that team, which I haven't actually done a video on yet, but I will do today. He told me that he thinks players that have finesse shot plus and flair or flair plus as well have better finesse shots than players who don't. because he's had Claudio Pina, who's had really good finesse shots, and he uses Jadon Sancho, who he also thinks has very good finesse shots. And that's interesting to me because it's interesting for two reasons. Number one, you know, I love the idea that that could be true because it again just gives so much value to like certain players or playstyle combinations that we've never experienced before, or like that we might look at a player and think, oh my god, like, you know, this player wouldn't normally get into my team, but hey, they've actually got finesse shot plus and flair plus. It also gives value to flair as a playstyle plus, which would be good because it's shit. But then after that, it just makes me wonder again, what combinations of playstyles do we have that are good, strong, overpowered, and all of that good stuff that we've just never even thought about putting together before?
And now they've lost it. Good reading of the game.
There's like, see, I think somebody's like giving City shit in the chat, right? You can give City as a club
Possession given away.
as much shit as you want, but it really bothers me that like, and listen, I'm an Arsenal fan, right? I don't want City to be the powerhouse that they are, but you can't take away from the players what they've done and how good they are, and you can't take away from Pep what he's done and how good he is, because they've built like their team is just so good. Oh, play lock there. You can? No, you can't. You literally can't. Oh, well done, Pope. Nice. By cheating? Well, I mean, but they have. I mean, there's been no confirmation yet, or whatever. But you're like the fact that you're suggesting that just because lots of money has been spent, it means that the team is playing well is just not true, right? And the reason why that's not true is because how many players have been bought for big money that have been terrible? How many teams have been put together for big money? For example, Chelsea, that have been terrible. So just having lots of money dumped into a team is not enough to win a title, right? Which means the thing that has won the title is the manager and the players, not the money that's been spent on them. Otherwise, why aren't Chelsea a point behind Man City? How can teams like Real Madrid in the years that they struggled, even though they had some of the best players on earth and lots of them, and how many issues they've had financially, how come they didn't win everything all the time? Right? It increases your odds though. Well, to tell that to the amount of stories we've had where it's gone wrong with big money moves.
Foden. They're not getting close enough here. Surely the equaliser.
God.
And it's in. The lead has
The point is though that Pep would not have gone there without the money. Well, I mean, you can't speak on that, can you? Because you just don't know. I can't speak on that either, but we can't say something so factual one way or the other when you just don't know.
There's space to attack here for Arsenal. Sterling.
There's a that was supposed to be it. Yeah, like for example, exactly. Somebody's put in the chat there, bang on, right? Why haven't PSG won everything? In fact, even the league, they don't even win the league every year. I know they have the last 2 years. But why haven't PSG won the Champions League yet when they have spent so much money on that team? There are far more examples of teams not winning after spending an obscene amount of money than there are examples of teams winning after spending an obscene amount of money. Let's go. Let's go with the Golasso as well. Money didn't even help City get Haaland. He was like 60 million.
To find a way to that late leveler, and this could be it.
De Bruyne as well was cheap. Foden, I believe, is
Sterling.
a project from the academy, right? Like, who did they spend a lot of money on? Really, Grealish. How impactful has Grealish been in this league run?
This is a positive-looking move.
Other than Grealish, who else have they?
Azpilicueta.
Who else have they spent 100 mil plus on? Ruben Diaz came from Benfica. Rodri came from the Spanish. I don't know how much Rodri was actually. How much did they spend on Gvardiol and Doku? 60 million for Rodri. I don't even think that's a bad price. How much was Gvardiol? Was it 55 for Doku? Okay, Gvardiol 80 million is a lot. However, it's not the most we've ever seen. And it's actually quite mad how good he is as well, isn't it? Like, he's finally found his place in that team, hasn't he?
Looking for an angle here.
I'm going to concede right at the end here. No, I'm not.
Off the post.
Yeah, Grealish was like the very, very, very expensive one. How much was Foden? I think Foden came from the academy, didn't he? How much was Calvin Phillips?
Sue, your thoughts?
Well, they were really pushing in the end.
Well, it was a truly.
You could argue they spent a lot more than 100 million on Haaland with agent fees, wages, etc. Yeah, but then you're also, but that like to say that though, therefore insinuates that other teams that spend a transfer fee on a player don't pay wages or agents or like all other fees that come on top, and they do. Every team does. 43 million for Calvin Phillips. Haaland was unusual. We've got that goal on what's his name already, which is nice. The thing that like it was a 30 million sign on an agent fee. Yeah, that is huge. It's going to be interesting to me if City do get some of their charges upheld, and I don't know when we're going to know about it or find out about it or anything.
Hello, it's great
do they retroactively get points removed, or do they get points, or like, you know, let's say in theory they get some of these charges like you know, approved or whatever, like actually come through? Will it be the season that they're in at the time, or will it be the seasons with which they committed the offence? Because I don't know, it's a weird one, because actually, like, imagine they come out like in 6 months' time and they're like, okay, turns out City breached like, you know, 30 things, they're going to get a massive point deduction or whatever. Arsenal were the title winners. I don't know how to feel about that. I don't think it would be like, I don't think it would feel right.
And a goal! Not wasting much time today. They strike first.
But didn't Juventus get their like title stripped from them when they got relegated down 2 seasons, like a little while ago?
The match has restarted. 1-0 here. A real opening now. And a goal! That's his.
Oh, no one won the league. Oh, okay, so it wasn't second place that got like awarded the league. They just got stripped of their titles. Okay, fair enough.
And they will be awarded a free kick for that. Kaká. Martinelli. Back with Kaká. It's still alive. Well, they can't quite take advantage in the end. Good bit of closing down.
Oh,
Perfect tackle.
Go through everyone there.
Arsenal could threaten from this position. Can he finish? A goal here.
Never in a million will they be found guilty of 115 charges, by the way. They don't need to be found guilty of 115. Even 1, 3, 8, 10. Right? Doesn't have to be 115. Weren't Everton found guilty of 1 charge and got a 6-point deduction off of 1 charge?
Well, hello to you and welcome to another exciting game brought to you by EA TV. I'm Guy
Everything was
Mowbray,
different
and I'll
for
be
losing
joined
too much money,
commentary by
etc.
Sue Smith, the former England forward. And we're very much looking forward to this division rivals game. Sue, what are we going to get from this one?
Yeah, I can't wait for this one, Guy. They've been in great form recently, and the crowd
54
will
of them
give
is
them that
failure to
added
comply with
boost
providing
too.
financial
I'm
statements
sure
or
they'll be
something
looking to
over a
put on the
10-year period.
entertaining
Jesus
football that
Christ.
we've seen from them lately as well.
What's a combination of play styles? Finesse shot plus and flair regular or plus. And look, I just hit that finesse shot with Sancho there, and I on purpose didn't time it because I wanted to see what the trajectory and stuff would be like, and it did well. And I think like when Andy told me about it, I was trying to understand in my mind why flair would actually have any relevance to finesse shot, and flair gives better things to trick shots or whatever it's called, whatever they call it. I wonder if the finesse shot isn't considered a regular shot because you have to apply a button to perform the shot. So I wonder if a finesse shot counts as like a flair shot, and so it gets even more accuracy and even more power on top of the fact that the finesse shot plus as well also gives the value to it.
And it's there. The lead didn't last long. They're back level already.
How many 4 in a rows do you have? On the draft? Oh, probably like 50 or 60 this year so far, mate. What about you?
On to Rice.
So easy to just... I understand so much why people hate City fans and City just generally as a club. And it's exactly comments like that, isn't it? We're here talking about FIFA and stuff. We've had a little chat about football, and matey boy comes in with a, how many 4 in a rows do you have? Well, like, let's not do this thing, especially given the circumstances, but let's not do this thing where you're trying to like put your club on a pedestal, because I guarantee you throughout the course of time, another club somewhere has done better than what your club has done. Real Madrid, for example, far more accomplished club than Man City. So, how many Champions League titles in a row has your club won? Like, we could just do that thing, right, where we just that whole one-upmanship. We could do it all day, man. We could do it all day. We could find a club that's gone on better streak than Real Madrid somewhere. We can find a club like World Cups and things like that. Like, there's so much we can find to have that like one-upmanship attitude. And it just doesn't serve any real purpose, does it? But okay, well done. You won 4 Premier League titles in a row. That's an incredible achievement, and it is an incredible achievement. But the moment you start using it against people as a way to kind of like put them down, you just lose all credibility towards your arguments.
Good run. Now,
yeah, haven't Celtic just gone and won 10 in a row?
He's kept that out nicely.
It's banter NepentheZ. Well, go on to X where your banter will be appreciated instead of in a stream where we're having an actual adult conversation. If you think that you're going to live your life at all aspects of your life, in every sort of setting, meeting, interaction, like interview for a job or anything like that, bantering your way through and hoping that they get the meme, then you're going to have a really fucking shit life.
Has the space to whip it in here.
Twitter fans are genuinely the worst. They are. Isn't that what Arsenal's done with the Invincibles? Okay, let's say it is, right? Find it for me.
And there's the goal to put them in front.
Oh, Celtic didn't get 10 in a row. Who do I think will win the Euros? You know what? I think Portugal are going to win it.
In behind, can he finish? It's there. That didn't last long. They're back level already.
I think Portugal are going to win it.
To being level as the game restarts. Having a try.
Mate, I don't think AJ's wrong, to be fair. Those finesse shots are dangerous.
Great to score from
England are
there.
never going to win the Euros, right? Like, well, I mean, listen, I would love England to win the Euros. Obviously, I want England to win the Euros. Look at this account we're running now, right? I would be desperate for England to win the Euros. I just can't see a team managed by Gareth Southgate, personally, winning a massive competition. I just don't think he's a good enough manager. And that, I know some people like Southgate and some people disagree with me and whatnot. That's just my personal view, my personal opinion. I don't think Southgate is a good enough manager to win us the Euros or the World Cup at all. I think we've got the players capable of doing it. I don't think the manager is capable of doing it.
Raheem Sterling. Sancho.
Close.
They need to be better on the ball than that.
Don't know how you can say it can't happen when we lost the last one on pens. That was the last one. That won't be this one. I also think, like, look at the team we lost the last one on pens too. It's like Italy's retirement home of footballers. I know you're like a very, I know you like Southgate, Josh, and I know you like, you're one of the people on that kind of like level of he's done better than everybody before him, and that for you that's enough. Maybe your opinion has changed on that or whatever. But with the talent we've got and some of the fortunate runs we had, I'm not saying we had it easy. You know, obviously Germany was a tough game.
Having a try.
And whatnot, but with the run that we had, how we didn't win that Euros is his fault. And the reason why, it's his fault is because you don't sub players on in the 120th minute that you haven't given a lick of football to for the whole tournament and expect them to win you a penalty shootout. Like, that is horrific management. Like, horrific management. It's so bad. And then in the World Cup, who did we lose to in the World Cup? France. I actually think we played well against France. We were a bit unlucky, but... Oh yeah, Kane missed a penalty against France as well, yeah. Would you personally rather have England win the Euros or Arsenal win the Premier League or Champions League and Champions League same year? I'm not answering that question.
And the game restarts.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I know I've said it 100 times over. I'm not going to go too deep with it again. But I think with the absolute mountain of attacking talent we have and the fact that we play incredibly defensively as a nation is just embarrassing. Yeah, I played it for a fair while, Dave. Played it for a fair while. I've fully got back into it about like micromanaging it all and stuff now. What a goal. So you wasn't here a minute ago, Dave, I don't think. So I was talking to AJ today, Andy, playing, doing an SBSD with him. And he thinks, he's had Claudia Pina, who's got that finesse shot plus, right? And he loves her. And he's also got this Jadon Sancho card, and he loves him, like scoring finesse shots with him. And he thinks that finesse shot plus combined with flair makes it broken. And I can't help but agree. Because I've not really like tried it much with Sancho because I didn't really like the card. But the goals that I've been shooting here, crazy. Every finesse. It's not even just going in. It's going in top bins.
It looks the right ball. And a goal that's likely all too little to affect the result, but there is still fight left in.
No, you don't have to hold flair, because if you read the description of flair, I can't right now, obviously, because I'm in the game, but it says it gives greater accuracy and speed to shots and passes, the flair shots and flair passes, right?
Oh, that's super.
Now, even though you're not holding the flair button or the flair modifier, the finesse shot is not a regular shot. So you have to press a button to do it. So I wonder if the fact that you press finesse shot has the game recognize it and register it as a fancy shot.
Oh, it was well worth a
And
go,
so it
but
gives
it's gone
finesse
narrowly
shot
wide.
plus that's already broken an increased accuracy and increased speed,
Paulo
which is
Utrecht.
why it keeps flying
Careless
in
there as the ball
the top
changes
corner for
hands.
me.
And the cross is blocked. It came off the defender. Corner.
Has Saka got Flair Silver as well, has he? Yeah, that is interesting. Because his finesse shots are like deadly. I don't know if Josh responded about the Southgate stuff, so I wasn't really paying attention to the chat. Like I said, I know like not everyone agrees with my opinion on Southgate or whatever. And hey, I would gladly be proved wrong. And I'm not sitting here hoping England lose or don't win. I'm hoping England win every game.
And it's been cut
I'm
out.
hoping we
There's the
destroy
turnover.
the tournament, and I hope we walk away as the Euro champions, of course. I just have,
Sterling.
and it might just be like that bias that I have towards Southgate. I don't know, but I just don't like Southgate, and because I don't like Southgate, I don't think England are going to win the Euros. I absolutely agree on the pens and the Euros, but it's mad to me that 3 penalties need to be scored that were missed, and we win the Euros in a World Cup final.
Arsenal come away with the ball.
But fine margins, though, isn't it? It is fine margins.
Well, can he get onto this? And he'll take this on. Well, in the end,
Chloe
it
Kelly
didn't
has
give
silver
the
finesse
keeper
and
much
flair, and her
trouble
finesse
at
shots
all.
fly in. And so, as I said, guys, like that whole like I am certain there are so many combinations of play styles that would work well in certain certain situations.
Onto
Obviously, like
Rice.
finesse shot plus and flair only works when you're hitting a finesse shot. So if you've got a player that's not really built to do anything else than that, you're gonna have a bad time with that player unless you're hitting a finesse shot.
Nice vision in that
But I'm
pass.
certain there's so many other
Not
play
going
styles
to profit.
that
Good
combine
defending.
together to create really valuable moments for players that we just never try because we're so scared to go away from the status quo, or so scared to experiment and actually figure out like what's good and what's not. I agree that England play to less than the sum of their parts. I just think 99% of big national teams do. Yeah, I would agree with that.
No need to worry about that effort for the keeper.
I think that's why you actually get quite a consistency of, and maybe this is Southgate's mindset, right? But I think that's why you get such a consistency from some of the quote-unquote lesser nations going deep into tournaments where you don't think that they've got a chance because they're so used to constantly playing with each other because there aren't that many other options that they bond well as a team. Whereas for a lot of big nations, so many options, right? So many options. And it could be difficult as a player, can't it, obviously, to play with one guy one week or one tournament and another guy the next tournament. You don't know what you're doing, you don't know what they're doing. Like, it's all well and good knowing of them or whatever, but not actually knowing how they play. And maybe that's what Southgate's trying.
Perfectly anticipated. Really
Southgate's
well
trying to build a team for England as if it was a quote-unquote club team where it's always the same players, so that they get that ability of like playing together and that experience of playing together, so that they can work well as a team. I just think there has to be some room for movement with getting some players in and some players out.
Vision from Sanchez. Maybe not. That was well read to cut it out.
My margins were never on the good side of those margins.
John Stone.
Feels like, I think for every team in every nation, it feels like you're not on the right side of the fine margins unless you are. But and here's something that I think
There's space out
I think
wide now
Twitter
for
or X or whatever just really forgets quite easily is that only one team can win. Only one team can win. There's 20 teams in the Premier League. There's about 500 teams enter the FA Cup. There's like 100 or God knows how many teams in total went to the Champions League from the start. One team can win. One. Which means loads of teams that are expected to do something or to win don't win.
And that's the final whistle. A positive result, at least as far as the home fans are concerned. Sue, what did you make?
That was really comfortable, wasn't it? The play
All
going
right,
forward
that is our
was
3
so
games, our 3
clinical.
wins. That should be
Took their
Eze
part at times and
evoed
produced
up.
some top quality finishes too. It's a great result.
Yeah, Greece. I mean, Greece obviously won the Euros, didn't they? Ross, thanks for the 2, brother. How am I doing? You just packed Vinny out of an 86x2. Do you know what's really mad? I've seen so many Vinnies packed in the last, like, 24 hours. He seems to be unintentionally coming out of packs. All right, that is Eze up to an 80. Oh, it's still an 82. Cool, cheers. 3 pace, 3 dribbling, 5 physical, 1-star skill moves, 1-star weak foot, and quick step plus. Oh, sorry, quick step in general. I need to play 3, win 2, and score 5 goals with Eze this time. Fortunately, that is the daily play done for today. And that gives me a whole bunch of packs as well. Kind of crazy to see all the players I've been banging finesse shots with have all had at least silver flair. How mad is that? I absolutely think this should be the last tournament regardless of how we lose. If he wins, maybe it's, you know, trust the process sort of behavior, right? If he wins us the Euros, I'd then be sitting there going, how can you not take this man to the World Cup? He gets to a Euros final that we narrowly lose, a World Cup semi-final that we lost in a game that we was in control of. He then won us the Euros. Surely he's got to go to the World Cup because the narrative changes, doesn't it? It does. The narrative changes. If he doesn't win, though, I think he's got to go. Did you see that I tested the softbound workaround? Oh, did it work? Did it? That is amazing, isn't it? Had him a weekend league go. I'm 5-0 at the moment, mate. I think I'm finished playing. I think I'm finished. Okay, let me phrase this the way that it is intended. I think I am finished grinding the Arsenal RTG. English striker Harry Kane, Alan Wilson. I'm still happy to play the RTG when it's appropriate, when there's upgrades for it and things like that. So, oh, team of the season, England. Never mind. Spanish left back. Wait, is that a double walkout? No, obviously not. Miguel Gutierrez. Very nice. Yeah, I don't know what Josh is talking about. Workaround for what? Like some guy called Paul. What does that even mean? I don't know. But somebody in the chat might be able to tell you. They might be able to assist you. Who goes left back for England if Luke Shaw isn't fit? See, that's the thing. I don't even think Luke Shaw, even if he is fit, should go. He's played next to no football this year. Same as Chilwell. No football. Same as Trippier. Injured like most of the season. Or at least for a large portion of the season. Jam, thanks for the 4 months, man. Harry, thanks for the 5 months, brother. Much appreciated, bro. Saka? I mean, I would prefer Saka there to like Shaw or Chilwell for sure. Mitchell, I like the idea of. I don't mind Mitchell at all. I think Leif Davies deserves his chance, man. I'm not massive on like bringing championship players into the international team because the championship is just different, right? I'm not even saying that it's necessarily easier or harder. It's just different. It's a different level. But because there isn't a wildly obvious other option and he's with a team that just got promoted to the Premier League, I feel like he's worth a shot. Oh, Tony Gross. Do I think Mainu should go? Yeah, I think Mainu should go. I don't think Mainu should be playing a big role or a big part, but I think Mainu should go. Damn, all these 83s, man. I should be putting these in Team of the Week picks, shouldn't I? Bowen? I think Bowen should go, yeah. Obviously, we get the benefit this time around as well of having like a 26-man squad instead of a 23-man squad, which is nice. Can't take championship footballers to an international tournament, I don't think, anyway. Agar, you like, I don't know where you've got that from, but Southgate is genuinely free to pick literally any English player that he wants. I don't know who's told you that. That is a wild statement. But you would be surprised at how many players play in the Championship that also play in international tournaments. I don't mean you cannot. Oh, what did you say then? What did I read? Can't take Championship footballers to an international tournament, I don't think, anyway. You shouldn't. Well, again, I think. Well, again, I mean, teams will because they don't have better options. Speaking of Luke Shaw, there is our first Luke Shaw. He's got, unfortunately, now, unless we think Davis is going to the Euros, Shaw might have to become our left back now. Yeah, no, I get what you're saying. I think what he actually meant, hold on, striker, centre back. I think what he meant was you shouldn't really be taking a player from the Championship to an international tournament. Which I think if you're talking about Brazil or Germany or England or Spain, then yeah, fair enough. Obviously, a lot of smaller nations don't have the luxury of just having players play in top teams all the time. But and again, I like even for England in this instance, because our options are Shaw, Chilwell, or Trippier, who are just injured most of the time. I think Davis. I don't see a reason why not. Netherlands look solid. Netherlands do look good, yeah. Brazil, who had Fred starting up front for them when he was playing in Brazil. Brazil actually do take a lot of non-top flight players. If you look at the Brazil team, they always tend to take a whole bunch of players from their own league, don't they? Which is quite interesting. And what's even more interesting is how good they usually are. And you sit there and you think, why aren't you playing in Europe? Why hasn't this person come to Europe? Another Watkins. Why don't I play Trent at left back and Walker as right back? Trent's just not a left back. Italy have had some shite bottom Syria Italian players play for them. They have, yeah. Listen, I don't mind Joe Gomez. I think Joe Gomez is a good footballer. I don't think he's good enough long term for England. But I like the fact that he can play multiple positions. And he's super consistent. Like I'm not opposed to Joe Gomez at all. I would like to think and hope that England could get a left back. Like you look at so many of our positions and how blessed we are in those positions. And then you look at like our centre backs and our full backs, and I think at right back we've got a lot of options again. At centre back, I don't know, man. I don't know if we've got good options at centre-back. I think John Stones, let off the Zaza Stones, is a great option. I personally don't think Harry Maguire should be playing for England. I'm not saying Harry Maguire is necessarily a bad defender. I just don't think he should be playing for England. And then at left-back, again, there's just, what options have we got? Trippier will play left back most likely. I really hope not. I really hope not. Yeah, think back to the England defence of old with Terry and Ferdinand and Cole and Campbell. Although Campbell didn't. How many appearances did Campbell get for England? Because I bet he would have found it hard to get in the team. Glenn Johnson. He had a few years of quality, didn't he, Glenn Johnson? Yeah, I'm not really going back to the era of like Tony Adams and whatnot, but 73 appearances for England. Fair play. Oh, yeah, Neville was England's fullback, wasn't he? Yeah. Probably justification for being more cautious. This England side isn't as good as people make out. I mean, I think it is as good as people make out. When you look at the quality we've got in the midfield and in the attack, you would struggle to pick a better overall midfield and attack. You might get individual players that you could consider better. But in terms of looking at the team as a whole, I mean, even look at Eze, right? I don't think Eze is good enough to get in the team. And yet, he's insane. Right? He's insane. Sancho, maybe he gets in the team, maybe he doesn't. I don't think he starts if he does. You've got Saka, you've got Foden, you've got Rice, you've got Palmer. The fact that Sterling scored 2 goals in his last 2 games means he's 100% there. Okay, you've got players like Rashford, who I think has the potential to be like world class, like absolutely insane, and is just very much like hot and cold in terms of form. You don't think Eze is insane because he plays for Palace? I think you're looking at them both ways. You can go, we have a weak defense, so let's go ultra attack and just outscore opponents, or we can go, let's be difficult to break down and then counter attack. Yeah, maybe. Let our forwards score for us. You've got Harry Kane. You've got Ivan Toney, depending on how you like sit on him since he's come back. He's not really been like in blistering form. You've got Ollie Watkins. Like, there is... I mean, even look at like you've got Jack Grealish. Bowen is having an incredible season again. James Maddison, again, bit out of form since his injury, but absolutely insane. Like, Ruben Loftus-Cheek, amazing. Like, England's midfield, do you know what? I think Solanke deserves to go as well. Like Solanke, Jude Bellingham as well is like not even on this team because I haven't packed him yet. But England's team England have got so many insane players. Does Foden start for me? Oh, 100%. 100%. But like Foden's like we had a conversation about a month or 5 weeks ago where we were discussing who do I think is better, like Foden or Saka. And at that moment in time, there was a debate, right? There was a debate because Saka was in fine form. Foden was in fine form. It was almost like you could say Foden and you'd say, yeah, fair enough. And you could say Saka and you could say, yeah, fair enough. Like, I get it. Foden this last sort of like 3 or 4 weeks has been absolutely different class for City and has debatably played himself into contention for like being the best player in the world right now. Like he's got to be up there, right? He's got to be sort of like top 3, top 5 players in the world right now. And you just can't deny it. You can't deny it. So if, like, as I say, 4 or 5 weeks ago, we had that kind of conversation around Foden or Saka. There's no conversation to be had anymore. Foden has taken his game to a completely different level. And that's great for England, right? It's been a long time since we've had a player, I think, that could rifle the ball in from 30 yards in an instant like Foden can. It's been a long time since we've had that. In fact, I think we probably might be going back to like David Beckham. What I would say about Foden is Saka. Saka is more pivotal to Arsenal than Foden is to City. I don't agree with that. Maybe Rooney as well, yeah. I don't agree with that. But yes, it's been a long time since England have had someone that can pick the ball up 35 yards, step inside, dribble it past that first defender and smash it top bins. I see what you mean, but Foden is insanely ineffective in big games. Hardly any goals and assists against Arsenal, Liverpool, Tottenham, Chelsea. Also doesn't work outside of Pep's system. I always find it a bit weird to speak on goals and assists in big games because I don't think that's the way to tell if a player's been good in big games or not. I think the eye test has to be there. But I don't think Foden only works outside of Pep's system. Yeah, my personal front four for England would be Foden, Saka, Palmer, or Bellingham, depending on how you want England to set up, and Kane. If you want England to set up with 2 defensive midfielders or 2 holding midfielders, then Palmer is out of the team and on the bench, and Bellingham's in. But if you want England to set up with only kind of like 1 defensive midfielder, then I think, then I think Palmer gets in the team. Stop putting Foden on the left. Foden will be playing on the left. In fact, he's been playing on the left for City. Like he's been like officially anyway starting on the left, but he's got a very fluid role in City's midfield, right? Bellingham will 100% start. Oh no, it's not a question of whether or not Bellingham will start or not. It's a question of where will Bellingham start? Where will he play? Would he play alongside Rice in a kind of like more defensive role, or not even a defensive role, but more of a less of an attacking role anyway, to allow Saka, Foden, Palmer and Kane to play up front? Or will he play in that 10 role behind Kane, in which case Palmer does not make the team? And then you got to ask, who do we play next to Declan Rice? Ducky, thanks for gifting a sub to So Red Josh, man. I appreciate that. I don't think Manu should be starting. As I said, I think Manu should be in the team. I don't think Manu should be a starter. If Jordan Henderson goes to the Euros, I am French. Voulez-vous coucher avec moi ce soir? That's me. Bellingham in a double pivot with Rice is different gravy. I agree, yeah. I think Bellingham and Rice should start together. I think Bellingham, Rice and Palmer should be like the midfield 3. Saka, Kane and Foden should be the front 3. Or just in general, I think that should be the 6 players that start at least the key game, right? Like who's England's group again? England Euros. We have got Serbia, Slovenia and Denmark. Yeah, I don't know. Like, depending on how the first 2 games go, you know, the game at home, the game against Slovenia could be a game where we rest and rotate and allow other players to play. Yeah, Denmark's going to be tough. Denmark will be tough. It's one of those weird ones, isn't it? Because if we only get 4 points from those first 2 games, we have to go and try and win the 3rd game. But if we've got 6 points from the first 2 games, we can afford to rotate. Yeah, Serbia won't be easy. That's right. Don't like rotating. Obviously, the problem you've got is the games come thick and fast in the Euros. If you want to go to the late stages, you've got to give the key players rest during this tournament. Rashford or Gordon, you take Gordon? Yeah, I know Southgate's got his favourites, but there has to become a point in time where that player needs to prove themselves. Marcus Rashford for me. I don't know how you guys feel about this, but Marcus Rashford for me is one of those players that I actually will to do well. I really like Rashford. I like what he's about as a person, as a human being. And I think because of that, you just will him to do well. And you know as well that he has got immense quality. He has. But you can't ignore his lack of form and lack of games for United this season. And you also can't ignore the fact that he went to the Euros last time out and didn't really get much. Find what did he do in the Euros last time out? Did he start the final? I can't remember if he did or didn't. I know he missed the penalty. Yeah. Personally, don't want Rashford going. Yeah, I'm the same. I don't think he should be going either. You can definitely make the argument for Gibbs White over Jude. What? That has to be a troll, right? That has to be a troll. Morgan Gibbs White has played more minutes and done more against players of the caliber we'll face in the Euros. I mean, that's literally ludicrous, right? Sick England team. Thanks, man. We're getting there with the Evos. Let's go on to the content account. Gibbs White outing himself in the chat. Yeah. Yeah, he's here watching. He's like, that Morgan Gibbs White guy. Oh, what a player. And don't get me wrong, he's actually a good player. Yeah. Sometimes people should read what they write before they press send. Andrew, thanks for the 2, brother. Southgate was playing Trent, Rice and Bellingham. You know what? I don't mind Trent in that midfield role. Trent and Rice next to each other. Bellingham up in front of them. Saka, Foden and Kane up front. Obviously, then you would have Walker, Stones and Maguire as 3 of the back 4. It's just that 4th defender that I think is going to be the contentious one. Gave us all a laugh. He did, didn't he? He did. How about Palmer? Like I get it, right? Just how do you fit Palmer in? The only way to fit Palmer in is to keep Trent in defence. Which, as you guys that have been watching me for a while will know, that I personally think England should line up with Trent, Walker, Stones, and inevitably Maguire as the back 4. And Trent fluidly moves into the midfield when we're attacking and comes back to defend when we're defending. And then play everybody else that I just said. But obviously, I don't expect that to be the way we play. How do you not take Palmer? It's not about not taking him. It's about starting him, right? Yeah, Trent as an inverted fullback, and then Walker, Stones, and Maguire as like the back 3. But we'll listen. We can discuss to death and theorize what we would want Southgate to do, what we think Southgate will do, but we haven't got a clue, really, have we? Mana, thanks for the 2 months, man. 4-2-3-1 with Bellingham, Rice at DM, Palmer, Cam, with Foden, Saka, and Kane up top. That would be my ideal. And like I say, then you move Trent into the midfield to allow Bellingham to push forwards. That's how I would play. Waste of Bellingham DM. But it's not, is it? It's only a waste if we're playing defensive football. Because we don't really, like, football's evolved so much over the last few years that we don't really have a defensive midfielder duo anymore. Like, you have one sort of like holding midfielder or whatever, but you can use Bellingham in that kind of defensive midfield spot when we're out of possession, under pressure, and then you can certainly allow him to pivot up when we're in possession and giving pressure. It's just about having somebody there. You don't have a clue. Explain why, Jack. explain why my opinion is less valuable than anybody else's. Don't sleep on Eze. I actually think Eze will be going. But like after his performance yesterday, I think it's hard. It's going to be hard to ignore him. David, thanks for the 21 months, man. Tiny Sai, thanks for the 16 months, brother. Bellingham has to be one of the greatest midfielders England have had over the years. Palmer is amazing too. Has to go. Don't know about Gibbs White. Don't really know what he's done this season, but my minds would definitely be Rice, Bellingham, and maybe Palmer. Jack has a clue, apparently. Listen, we all don't have a clue. If we're going to be that way, you know, if we're just going to listen to somebody's opinion and instead of debate their opinion, just say, you don't have a clue. We all don't have a clue because none of us are Gareth Southgate. So we can all only give our interpretation of what we think or hope will be the way. Asmir, thanks for the fight, brother. All right. What's up, guys? NepentheZ here, and welcome back to another FC24 video. It is 6 p.m. It is Monday. It is the refresh for the upgrade, the player pick day. I wonder what we're going to get for today. What we was discussing in stream before today's video is how do you think England are going to line up for the Euros? Who are you going to put where and why? Might be a bit of a lengthy one in the comment section for you to type out, but do it for me anyway. It would be appreciated. And let's see what EA have given us for today's content, starting with the live section. Nothing there. Seasonal. Nothing there. Milestones. Nothing there. Obviously, into evolutions we have now. I don't think we're going to be getting an evolution today, but it would be nice if we did. What have we got here? Come on. Have press down. Bundes, Tots plus upgrade, League One Tots, La Liga Tots, and the Champions Corner. So no new evolutions today either. That's quite sad. So let's have a look then at the SBTs. Players. Do we have a new player for today? Onabatje. That's actually mad. Excuse me. That they've given a 95 rated Honor Battle Team of the Season card, an SBC, for the simple reason that she's got a Team of the Year card. And that is very unexpected, in my opinion, from EA. Insert coin sponsor, use code NEP at checkout for 6% off, simbar.com. And so with that, guys, yeah, this is surprising because this is effectively EA giving a Team of the Year card an SBC. We'll have to compare what she's like compared to her Team of the Year, but this card's good, right? Great pace, great dribbling, great defending, very good physicals, little lacking in strength, relentless, quick step plus, rapid, anticipate, jockey plus, whip pass, tiki-taka, long ball pass plus, and incisive pass with 4-star, 4-star, and can play left back. That's good. That's good. An 86, an 88 twice, an 89 twice, and a 90. It's a lot of big squads. I don't know who's doing this. Is weird for me because like there's so many good cards in the game right now, and because of the evolutions that we've had that have enabled quite a lot of defenders to get some quite heavy upgrades. I don't know who like. It's not a bad price. It's not a bad price. It's not really difficult to complete. I think it's not bad. I just think there are so many options that you can play at right back and left back to the point where I won't be doing this one, even though I think it is a good SBC. Yeah, I won't be. I won't be. Let me know though. Let me know. What do you guys think? Are you doing that? We have got outside. I suppose you can go and do like Irene Paradis, and then you get some great chemistry there as well, right? Oh, look at that! They must have done this on purpose actually, because you've also got Marojan and Daini that you can link together for the same league. From those other SBCs as well. Upgrades. We have got Team of the Season daily login. 85 plus player pick is here. One squad only. It's an 84, isn't it? Yeah, an 84 rated squad for the 85. It's teeny. No, it's trust me, Guilherme, it's tiny. Might be teeny, but it's also tiny. Is she better than 90 Poro? Yeah, I think so. I think, again, like, one thing that I have to remember, sometimes that I struggle to remember, is that not everybody spends a long time every day on this game. So not everybody has some mad team of the season team that they can throw into the Evos to get a little bit better still. And an SBC like that might just be good for your account. I just struggle to think about if you're the sort of person that might need that player in your team, you don't have the fodder. And if you're the sort of person that does have the fodder, you probably don't need that player in your team. Oh, that player pick was not good for me. So the 85 plus is there. I really like the 85 plus player pick. I wish it was repeatable more than 3 times per day because we always have a monster amount of 84s and 83s to put into SBCs, and that's a good one for it. The 86 double upgrade is still there. That's there and still horrible. The 81 plus player pick is back, which is good. I did really enjoy the 82. I thought EA done a really good job with that one. Similarly, I also really enjoy the 81 as well. 8 players, 1 rare, opposed to 8 players, 2 rares for the 82 plus. But overall, this is a very nice player pick. Well, just put him into an SBC. We get a little Romelu Lukaku back, which is good. And then that's it for the upgrades for today. And then in challenges, nothing in there. Do we have a new icon for today? Yes, even just looking at here, like when you think about like battle SBC, you might have already done Zambrotta. Now, is she better than Zambrotta? Yes. By enough to dump another whole bunch of fodder into an SBC? Probably not. It is mad. The icon team that you could build right now from SBCs. Czech, Zambrotta, Ronaldinho, Ferdinand, Lothar Matthaus team of the year, Philipp Lahm team of the year, the special Raul, Ronaldo, Abili, Stoichkov, Ribery, I think it expires soon. Yeah, 2 days. Haju probably doesn't even make the team. Ham, Cantona, and Essien. You can literally build a full 11. A full 11 of insane icons from SBCs. You can play both. You can play both. Yeah, you can play both. And so that was it for SBCs, wasn't it? What packs did I build? Did I even build a pack for this? Oh, did I open that pack yesterday that I built? I don't think I did I? Oh, I did. So that is it for content today. Could be a fun RTG. That could be a fun RTG, building a full icon 11 from SBCs. It's... What do we have recent? So it's just on Abache. As I said, so 85 plus player pick, I really like. 81 plus player pick, I really like. I do really like this Honor Battle Team of the Season SBC. I think it's going to be about 50-50 on votes. Oh, it's actually up a lot more, which is nice. Wow, why is this 50-50? This is still... Tell me. Compare her. I want to compare her to a Team of the Year. So she's got 1 less passing, 1 more physical, 1 more dribbling, and a whole bunch more shooting compared to her Team of the Year. The Team of the Year has got... Doesn't give a break... Oh, it doesn't give a breakdown of what actual playstyle plus is. Jockey and incisive pass, and this one's got jockey, quick step, and long ball pass plus, which is way better. Also 4-4 high, 4-4 high. So this card for me is better than the Team of the Year card. I know we've had some big SBCs over time. I am very surprised that EA have given a card this good that has an equivalent Team of the Year version as an SBC. That is unexpected. She also has really good playstyles as well. Quick step plus and rapid for a fullback is a banging combination. Relentless and anticipate is banging. Jockey plus is banging. If I wanted to pick holes in what's missing, press proven, intercept, maybe ping pass, but not the end of the world. That's about the only thing that I look at and think, yeah, she's missing those. But otherwise, this card is insane, right? pop an Anchor Chem style, you've got insane pace, insane defending, very, very good physicals, very good passing with very good passing play styles, 4 of the 5 passing play styles, decent shooting if she does find herself in the box, and banging dribbling. This is just a very good card. It is just a very good card. And it's not, yeah, as I say, it's not outrageously expensive. The issue I have, as I say, and I don't mean this in a way where it's an actual issue per se, but it's not an issue. It's not an issue. What I want to say is, I just don't know how you fit her into a team. I don't know who's doing that card, fitting her into a team. When you look at how many quality cards have been put into this game already, I struggle to see who wants to put 600,000 coins worth of fodder or 90 and 289 rated teams and the 88s and 86 into an SBC for a card that, for example, if you did Lucas Vasquez, and especially if you evoed him, he's probably not going to be replaced from that. If you've already got some fullbacks that went into the evolution, the team of the season evolution, and we'll start there, because that's where I think you get more of a vision of like who's completing this. Yeah, if she had plus chemistry, maybe. I do understand though. She does link to obviously like Jules Koundé, right? SBC, which is going to be big for a lot of people. But when we look at this new one here, I've got Saliba in there. Okay, he's not a right back. I've got McCabe. I've got Ben White. Could have already been Evo. That's just in the club that I've got. Obviously, if you're building like a club team, a Barca team or whatever, then that obviously makes sense as well. But when we look at the players, now on this account that I've got here, I've actually got rid of so many big players because I'm like, why am I keeping these players? If we look at the right backs that I've got on offer, Cafu, if you've got Cafu, no chance you're getting her. If you did this upgraded Havertz that can also now play right back, the fullback swap card, no chance you're going to get her instead. Maybe if you got Teze, he doesn't have plus chemistry, which is a bit of a problem. I do think, like, it's not to say as well that I think that she's worse than these players either, because I do think that she is debatably better or as good as all of them. It's just, are you willing to dump that amount of fodder into a card that doesn't really improve your team? And then if you've got her as an option at left back, you've already got Rolfo. You've got the SBC Havertz. You've got the position changed Havertz. These are just the ones that I've got as well, let alone the ones that you guys have in your team and which ones you've got in your team that you've further evoed up. I don't know what I would want from it, though, because I think it's a good SBC and I think it's a good price point, and yet I still don't think I'm going to do it. And it confuses me that, like, it just... Yeah, it's difficult to process, isn't it? It's like, I know it's only an SBC. It's like, okay, don't do it. It doesn't matter. It just feels like I'm missing out if I don't do this card, because it is a brilliant card. It's a team of the year level SBC that wouldn't be... It's like, I want to do it because it's so good and I don't want to miss out on it, but also I wouldn't get into my team. And so that kind of leaves me a little bit confused with this one. However, I'm waffling at this point, so let me know what you're going to do down below. Thank you as always for watching, and I'll see you next time. I'm out. Peace. She plays everywhere she can, yeah. So a lot of players can right now, though. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's so many players that we've had over this year that are good enough to play in basically any position. A team of the year is 500k, though. Yeah, no, I get it. Like I say, like, even just looking at these stats now, I have this weird issue. Guys, you tell me if this is the same for you, right? But I have this weird issue with this game where when I look at something that gives me the fear of missing out, I have to do it. But once it's gone, if I didn't do it, I never look back thinking, I wish I did that. Like, in a week's time, I am not going to look backwards and think to myself, if only I'd done that on a battle SBC. I'm never going to do it. I already have Aitana, Rolfo, and Irene Paradis, so I really need her. Yeah, fair enough. Like I say, if you're building like a club team or whatever, I get it. Is it just you that thinks the card looks very mid? What about it makes it look mid, Matt? I need to do a draft as well, guys. We're going to do a... maybe another 1-2-8 challenge. Is she better than Cafu 91? I would definitely play her over Cafu 91, yeah. I've been trying to avoid SBCs I don't think I'll ever need, so I skipped Rolfo and Vasquez as I didn't think I'd go down La Liga. Now I'm very much regretting missing the two after packing Rudiger, Patry, and Cancelo. Like Rolfo, here, and thanks for the two, brother. Just got Red Bellingham. GG's, man. Rolfo for me, I don't think is like, I'm not going to say she's bad or even not good. I just don't think she's like as necessary as people make out. It is a good card, but it, like, you know what? You know why I look at her and think not for me now? 2 playstyle pluses is just not the play anymore, is it? 3 playstyle pluses with how many cool team of the seasons and how many cool Evos we've had that allow you to boost further team of the seasons. I just think Rolfo is replaceable now. That's all. That's what I think. That's not to say that if you've got her in your team, she won't still be insane and you can still do well with her. But that would be my opinion on that one there. Right, I need to do a draft challenge, guys. I think I'm just gonna do another 1-2-8. He's an extra time sub for me. Can play anywhere on the pitch. So, yeah, see, I really like players like Rolfo and even like Battle as well for the bench because they literally can play anywhere. Maybe not a centre back. She might be too small to play centre back. But if you're like in a game that's gone late, your team's drained, your left wing's got no stamina at all, she can play there. Striker, she can play there. Centre mid, CDM, she can play there. Fullback, she can play there. Banging. Like, gives a lot of really good options to play anywhere as a sub. What's your opinions on no Madrid SBCs during La Liga tots? We will find out, I suppose, in a few months' time, what EA's disdain, I suppose, for Madrid has been right now, because the Barcelona team has been juiced and they've got so many options and so many SBCs and so much like goodness, and Real Madrid's been screwed. Which wouldn't surprise me then if Real Madrid have signed an exclusive contract to like eFootball next year, or at least even signed a contract to eFootball for next year. And so because EA would obviously already know that, I wonder if that's why. I might just be like putting two together and getting 10 there, but I wonder if that's why. Big Smithy G, thanks for the 3, brother. Anyone that has used Team of the Year Battle knows she's one of those cards that just exceeds their stats. Also good for a Man United past and present. Indeed, indeed. Yeah, or UFL or something, yeah, or goals or whatever. Don't Barca have a contract with eFootball? If they do, maybe that ends this year. And so EA are putting Barca content in the game to try and draw them away from it. So you never know how politics can actually influence the SBCs and stuff in this game. So many good players in SBCs right now. It feels like for me, it feels like Endgame. And maybe that's why I kind of like already got to a point where I'm a bit disinterested in continuing to grind the Arsenal RTG, because it feels like Endgame.
agreeable day for football.
You can already create unlimited fodder packs through the exchange, literally unlimited. You can get a brand new account and have an insane team within 6 to 8 hours. You've got so many insane players that have been evoable for +1s and 2s here and there. Everything's super cheap outside of like the Haalands and things like that. And yet we still haven't even got through Team of the Season yet. Like, what more? Like, I don't think we're going to get 4 Playstyle Pluses. I might be wrong, but I don't think we're going to get 4 Playstyle Pluses. What more can EA do to move the needle? They can't, can they? Every player is, not every player, but so many players have already got well-rounded stats across the board. So many players have already got 4-star, 5-star or better. So many players have already got elite playstyles and playstyle pluses. What more can there be? Hey, GG's Gamer King, pal. There is a place for 5 playstyle pluses, looking at the cards. I would be very surprised if we got more playstyle pluses. It's interesting though, isn't it? Right, let's do this. What's up, guys? NepentheZ here, and welcome back to another 128 draft challenge. I know. We only did a 128 yesterday, but I want to do it again today for 2 reasons. Number 1, I recorded loads with Andy today and it went late, so I didn't have time to do anything else. And number 2, I got sent another 3 128s today, and they were all in the 4-3-2-1. And every time I see it, I'm like, yeah, I want to do that. So if you guys are enjoying the content, drop a thumbs up on the video. It'd be very much appreciated. We have started with Captain Ronaldinho, one of 3 that we're going to get for this draft. Come on then, EA. And hopefully this will be the 128. Imagine we managed to get... I don't think we've ever... Sorry, let me finish that sentence first. Imagine we managed to get a 128 before we had to do a drafting to 128. That would be good. And then what I was going to say beyond that is I don't think we have ever got the draft challenge before a drafting to once it got challenging. Obviously, you know, I think we got the 122 and the 123 and the 124 quite easily. But when it comes to like when it starts getting to like towards Endgame, I don't think we've ever got the draft challenge completed just in a draft. This is a good start though. The right mid not ideal. We'll go over Gerrard there. 4 icons already with 4 different nations, which is amazing for the rest of the team. And decent rating, so not bad. Insert coin sponsor. Use code NEPA checkout for 6% off. Use buy.com. Who's Andy? AJ3. You got 2 mil coins, so you could buy some of Madrid players, but I want first owner. See the Bayer Leverkusen pack. Why not do that for like every big team, or like every team that's got like 3+, 4+, 5+ team of the seasons? All right. In at never mind. All right, draft mudded. At least we're guaranteed 2 chemistry on every single player from here onwards. Our right back is going to be Tavernier. He does have a team of the season in game now because we do have the mixed pots in draft. Ooh-wee. What a selection that is. Hernandez and Alderweireld, nice and high rated. Alderweireld offers very good chemistry. Gabriel, best player in the game, best centre-back in the game. But Rudiger 94 has to go in there. And because of the German link with Lothar Matthäus, he will be on full chemistry no matter what. Oh my days. Bisek, Cometti, Gabriel, Niakate has some cracking evos, he does. And Team of the Year, Renard, who also now gets full chem thanks to the French link from Matteo, who I hope isn't in the team come the end of it. And then in at left back, oh my God. Well, if ever we needed a start to actually give us a chance of a 128, this has been it. Not anymore. But this has been it. It is already a 92 rated with 32 of 33 chemistry. We've got 2, 3, 4 very easy upgrades. 2 upgrades, and then 4 or 5 players that I think will just stay in the team. Come on, big team of the year, please. Okay, 92 Muslera. We can at least take him for now, even though we can't start him. Okay, this is going to be a good draft, guys. Because this is a quote-unquote dead pick, and we've got 95 Grimaldo in it. We unfortunately can't get him into the team unless we play him in over Ronaldinho. But we just lose so much chemistry from that unless we get another icon, which would be nice to put another icon in at DM over Heynen. And then we could put Grimaldo in at left mid over Ronaldinho. Oh my day. He does not have DM. Does Gerrard have DM? Yes, he does. So unbelievably, Ronaldinho comes out of the team. We do lose 2 chemistry. We can put Muslera in over Ederson now because of the chemistry loss. We still need a better right back and a better right mid, but this draft is mad. Well, there's a better right mid. David Beckham, in you go. And I think that gives us... Oh no, we still need 1 more icon to get full chem. Only 92 rated still, but this is a good draft. We've got Gary Lineker, who I will take. Obviously, if we're desperate for the... excuse me. If we're desperate for the chemistry, we could just go back for Ronaldinho and Ederson in, and that will give us the chemistry. But we won't know about that until right at the end. Oof. Oh, yeah. Bit of Joao Cancelo in at right back. And I do think we are now going to have to go back for Ronaldinho in the team. And Ederson in the team. What a draft that is, by the way. Yeah, okay, Van Persie, we need to get like 97 Messi, 97 Cruyff. Gerrard could be better if we had one of the 95 plus team of the year cards or whatever. But what a draft this is so far. We'll take João Felix. He goes in over Heynen. Should already take us to a 1-2-6 that. It does. With a bit of luck, we'll get at least a 1-2-7 here. Well, there's a bit of luck. 94 Basher. She goes onto the bench only. We can put her into the team over Ronaldinho, but I think we lose too much chemistry if we did. Yes, it's the same issue of like the chemistry missing on the 2 particular players. If we can get a 97 rated striker now, we can't. I've had an Alf EA. $94 Di Maria. We need chemistry on Joao Cancelo. That's fine. This should be, I believe, the 1-2-7. It is not. The goalkeeper is... It's Gerrard, man. Gerrard, Beckham and Ederson are really letting the side down. And it's not going to change. Damn. That might genuinely be the best 1-2-6 I have built. The 1-2-7 that we built a couple of days ago was nowhere near as good as this draft. What a team that is. Draft season is in. Let's get into attempt number 2. That is 100% better than the 1-2-7. 100%.
Hello and welcome, and I can tell you it was.
Oh, we need
today. No rain in sight. My name is Derek Ray, and joining me for commentary is Stuart Robson. And we're fully convinced this game will live up to its.
Yep, I like that vibes. Right before I went in for the coin sponsor, I kind of left that little carrot there for you, and you picked up on it. GG's. Who knew? You're an animal that likes carrots. You're a rabbit. My little rabbit. Just gonna start calling you M&M. Me and you, mate. You and me. It goes that way sometimes. Goes that way sometimes. All right. Attempt number 2. We are definitely going for a 4-4 and words. We are definitely going for a 4-4-2 flat. We can pop Haji in the centre mid. Not ideal, but we'll take it. God damn it. You know when you just... Wait, hold on. You know when you... Oh, hold on. Okay. You know when you just know a draft's not going to be the one? Yeah, this. Although, we have got 94 Salah. So if we do get 97 Van Dijk, go alongside our 94 Maldini, or 93 Maldini, go alongside our 94 Maldini. What is that crash? That Balotelli is a banger, by the way, guys. Yeah, I don't mind Philippe Lam. Come on, a big 97 team of the season again here, please. 94 Alphonso Davies, not bad. Has he got left mid? He has, that's good. I like the fullbacks that can move around and the centre mids and stuff that can move around. They always make drafting a lot easier. We'll definitely go with Adeyemi. The Bundesliga theme is strong in this one. We'll take Xavi and Haji. I mean, we've got lots of icons in this draft again. 4 icons is great. We've got Alisson, which is amazing. We are 30 out of 33 chemistry. Lukiba, Davies, and Reina don't have the chem. But I don't think we're going to get... I don't think we're going to get the rating on this one. Unless we start hitting loads of monster players. It does work. That does work. Not by much, but it does work. She goes in there. He goes in there. He goes up there. And he goes in there. There you go. All of that for 1 chemistry. Happy days. Next up. That Bellingham's been there 2 drafts in a row now. Not the Bellingham that we want. If we had an English icon, it'd be all right, but we don't. Now we do. But I feel like we're going to have to take Aldazari. But he doesn't have right mid. Maybe David Beckham is the play. David Beckham in at centre mid over Haji. Or in at right mid, and we swap all of those players back around. Alternatively, we take Aldasari and take Carl out of the team. Listen, we will do that, but this isn't going to be the draft that we want it to be anyway, is it? It's just not giving us the ones that we need to make this happen. We need those big 95 pluses regularly. Well, that's nice. I think we've got to get him in, to be fair. Put those 2 around there. That is max chem for us, which is quite nice. And in goal, we will go with Van der Sar. He's not going to get into the team. Alisson is just fine. Okay, other than Lukiba, could have been team of the season, Scotty, couldn't it? This draft is picking up a little bit here. Not anymore. I can't even take that Grimaldo, man, because if I take that Grimaldo, and I could have got his 95 to put in over Adeyemi, it'll be annoying. Two more to go in this one. You know what's mad? 2 drafts in a row, and we haven't seen a single 97 Cruyff or a single 97 Messi, which means, as usual on a Monday, when it usually happens, the draft rotation has changed, which might not necessarily be a bad thing. Let's get into attempt number 3. I'm on a different account at the moment, Agar. Trying to get 2 of the same players, though. It only seems to happen with some of the icons that have, like, specials. So, like, Maldini. Who have I seen? I've seen Maldini, Ronaldinho, Cruyff. That might be it, actually. Oh, yeah, Zidane as well. Zidane as well, so 4.
Well, Derek, as is always the case,
It's not only the Future Stars icons, though, U10, because I've seen... Like, I've got before the base Ronaldinho and the other one that's not the Future Stars. Which means whatever that set is as well, it doesn't recognise them as the same card. You don't give the free win. Yeah, I gave him a free win there. I forfeited, so he gets the win. That's how that works. All right, attempt number 3. Let's go with... Man, I don't like any of these formations. Go with a 4-5-1 attack. Let's go with that. We'll start with Bonjans at left mid. Always nice to take an icon there. We'll take 93 Dennis Bergkamp from what is a dead pick. It's players that have 2 different body types. Is that the differentiator, is it? That's very interesting. Kind of makes sense as well, I suppose. Okay. This draft is not going to be very good, is it, EA? Well, it looks like David Beckham is back in the draft rotation, though, which is quite nice, because he offers that centre mid spot as well, which is always very nice. Bellingham has, with his 3 drafts in a row, we've hit Bellingham. He gets full chem thanks to the icons, English, and the amount of them. But this draft, I'm not going to say it's over, but it's not in a good space, is it? All right, it's recovering. It's a big 97, 95 here, and we could be in for a little bit. All right, 94 Nashin Weng is good. All right, this is recoverable now. That was a good string of players that helped us out there. At defense, I just remember about 2 or 3 weeks ago, every time we drafted, the defense always seemed to be the place that let us down the most. But now, seems like the defense is just easy pickings, isn't it? We'll put Crombrigo in there. He goes Dottier. It does actually make sense as well. Over Renard. Bit of chemistry there. Good 95 for the bench. Love that. 95 Ronaldinho, which is amazing for that cam roll. 5 chemistry and a huge rating upgrade. 94 Abili. Yes, please. Bish, bash, bosh. Oh, this draft is good. Who said this draft was bad? This draft is so good. Our bench is tragic. Tragic. Take Fernando Morientes. We need a huge player just to upgrade the team now. Barnes is like the one that we could do with upgrading the most. And we have. There you go. Somerville goes straight into that left mid spot. Donnarumma needs an Argentinian manager for full chemistry. 95 Hemp. Goes in at left mid. This is just a good draft, isn't it? 92 Cafu. If it was 94, would have been way, way, way better. We actually lose a chem point putting him in there. I think Renard might get chemistry now, actually. Yeah, she does. Nice. A little upgrade on Tar. 93 Raul. Do we have any Spanish players off chem? Nope. Man, we really could have done with like a better right mid. 91 Beckham's not quite enough. I can't believe this is only a 92 rated so far. Why would Donnarumma need an Argentinian link? Hey, you obviously don't know. You obviously don't know. The way this game works is just broken. Chemistry doesn't work properly. We are up to a 93 already. We've only got 1 pick to go, though. And this will now be the 3rd draft. I might have to put... Nope. I was going to say I might have to put Beckham into the centre midfield role, but this is now the 3rd draft where we have not seen a 97 rated card of specifically of Messi and Cruyff. So you ready? You ready? Perfect chemistry. Bang. There you go. You didn't see it. You didn't see it. You missed it. You missed it. You missed it. That's easy to miss. Easy to. It doesn't matter, guys. It doesn't matter to change the icons around now. It just doesn't matter because like we obviously could get the full chemistry. I actually don't even think it would give full chemistry, but no, it doesn't. In fact, it loses as chemistry, but it just doesn't matter anyway because we need the rating. So all of you telling me that a Billy at centre mid and Bergkamp at Cam would be so good, you was wrong in the first place. It was worse for chemistry. And second of all, it still didn't give us a rating.
And a warm welcome on what is a fine day for football. I'm delighted to be able to report. I'm Derek
Billy.
Ray, and sharing commentary with me as usual is...
Oh, my finger. Flipped. My bad. Nosha, thanks for the 10 months, man. Much appreciated, bro. All right. All right, the final attempt for today, guys. I am going to go for the 4-3-1-2. I like this formation. I know we miss out on potential big left mid, right mids. But overall, I think this is a brilliant formation for a big draft. Let's start with a big striker, EA. EA. Hey, 97 Haaland. Let's go, baby. Come on. Come on. Let's go. Come on. Give me 96, 95s here. Oh, my days. All right. 97 Bellingham. 97 Haaland. Give me the other Bellingham as well now. You might as well. Oh, my days. All right. 96 Putellas. This is... Yeah. Okay, that is phenomenal. 94 Pirlo in at centre mid. We need 3 more icons at least, right? We will take Bernardo Silva, gets that club link to Erling Haaland. We'll take Ashley Cole because, again, I need the icons for chemistry. Hopefully we'll get an upgrade for Cole, but at this moment in time, that's the one. I feel like it's just falling apart. An 89 and a 90 are just not what we need. We'll take 92 Hansko there. And at right back, James. Hello? You right, matey? Come here, buddy. Are you there, Tristan? Oh, he's there. Hold on. Oh, righty then. In at goalkeeper. All right. I mean, this is in terms of rating, we're at 93. We need to be at 95. But we're at 93. In terms of chemistry, has she got centre back? Centre mid. She's got one of them on the left mid. Nash and wing. We lose 8 chemistry if we take Ashley Cole out of the team. Dortmund past and present. Hey, EA, what? Nah, man. What an absolute letdown this has become. Even the ratings have just gone with those picks. We've gone from a 93 down to a 91 thanks to the bench. That is really disappointing. Oh, I actually feel like I have to take Zanetti to get the chemistry up. I know James is actually on full chemistry. He's one of the few that is. Modric, just like that midfield is just so good. Modric doesn't work for it. We are going to have to take Zanetti. I think we lose chemistry. Oh, we actually gain 1 in the short term. One more icon will give us a massive chemistry boost again. Ben White can go in at centre-back over Pasquero. We're back up to a 92 rated already, but the hopes, I mean, after hitting 2 97s and a 96. Oh, finally. After hitting 2 97s and a 96 from our first 3 picks, I really thought this had like genuine potential, and it just got ripped away. We are 93 rated already. It's, well, I say already, there's only two picks left. It's not enough, obviously. But we are up to 31 chemistry as well. It is a good draft. It is a good draft. We have got 3. That front line is insane, by the way. But this draft was far from it. Far from it. That bench is awful. That back line is awful. Notice a difference when we don't have a really high rated back line. With the back line that we've been getting, this would be a 94 at least, maybe a 95. But it wasn't. And so that is going to be the end for today. If you guys did enjoy it, be sure to leave a like, rating, comment, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And for now, guys, I'm out. Peace. Damn, guys. Damn. Hammer, thanks for becoming a member, man. That is much appreciado. That's more England. I'm made in England. Called it my kingdom. One more, please. No more. I've been doing TOTS upgrade SBC wrong this whole time till I checked the requirements properly just there. Turns out I've been putting 11 gold rares in and submitting rather than 1, 10, and 10 commons. Yeah, that's tough. Yeah, the Arsenal RTG, guys. I just don't know. Did I do Squad Builder Showdown? I may have, I may not have. I'm just... I just can't be bothered to grind it anymore. And so, does that mean the end of the series? Potentially. But does that mean the end of RTGs? Definitely not. Like, I'm enjoying the England RTG a lot. We're going to do some other RTGs. We're going to do a Elite Rivals Run RTG. I think it's because the season's over. I think it's a combination of the season being over. And just the fact that, like, kind of no matter what I do, the team just doesn't improve. Like, for me, playing this game, the journey is far, far more engaging to me than the destination, so to speak. So getting the team was the fun. And now, okay, you can't see it in this team because I've like got all the players on the bench though, but I've got like all of the best Arsenal players, and there's nothing to grind for now. Now it's just grinding for the sake of grinding, and that just doesn't engage with me at all. Like, not at all. Like, to the point now where I don't even care to, like, I'm 5-0 in champs. I don't even care to finish it. I probably won't finish it because best case scenario, I get Bellingham or Vinny J or whatever. They don't go into my team. Worst case scenario, I get the crap that everybody else gets, and what a waste of time. So I just feel like I'd rather focus on other Road to Glory content, themed Road to Glories and timed Road to Glories, than pouring hours and hours and hours a day into this account. What I will use this account for, however, is fun teams like this, you know, a 99 aggression team doing some... I wouldn't mind building a team that has got 3 players with Finesse Shot Plus and Flair Plus. I don't know if there's a Finesse Shot Plus and a Flair Plus, or just one or the other. Have a look. Play style. Finesse Shot and Flair. Wow. And do you know how broken that... Oh, wait, you guys can't see. Do you know how broken that Mohamed Salah was? Probably still is. Why those two playstyles? So, the reason why those two playstyles is because... Let me get Sancho as an example here. I was there looking at the screen and you guys weren't looking at the screen. Good job, NepentheZ. The reason why those two playstyles is because Flair Plus, fancy passes and shots are performed with even greater accuracy, performs flare animations when contextually appropriate, right? Even though you don't hold the fancy pass button for a finesse shot, I think it's a fancy shot. So I think it is included in the fancy passes and shots. So if we then assume that all finesse shots from people that have Flair Plus is going to get greater accuracy, right? When you then apply the Finesse Shot Plus boost as well of performs finesse shots with significantly faster, with maximum curve and exceptional accuracy, when you then pile on top of that even greater accuracy, it makes them ridiculous. And what's interesting about Sancho is on the England RTG, I think I've got an engine chem style on him. I don't have his shooting boosted. He's only got 80 long shots and 83 shot power. Yet when I just played with him a moment ago, I literally was slamming them in from 35, 40 yards every single time, perfectly into the top bins. And so, like, I would love to do a video on this playstyle plus combination is broken. Explain exactly what I just did there. Get into some games, not with the key players that everybody would go for, but instead with the players that people wouldn't be using, right? Like, not like Sancho is definitely somebody that people would use a lot, but by taking some of those players that, like, you don't even have to have Finesse Shot Plus. Sorry, you don't even have to have Flair Plus. Just having Flair is good as well. And so we could start making some front lines of is there a way to like set one of them as plus and one of them as regular? So like down the pages down here. there a way for like, if I just do finesse shot plus, is there a way not to like then add in flair? I guess not. But we could go and take some of these players, as long as they weren't SBCs and I've got them, and just start running them and just start trying it out. You can search the way you want to on Footbin. Is Turlan, does she have flair? No. Jean-Nicolas Beste. No. He was so good in game, by the way. Adeyemi. So Adeyemi would be one. He'd be a fun one to try. Like, I know he's a good player anyway. Robin Van Persie got flair. He has. What this Van Persie? He would be a fun one to try. And just literally just build a team of like 4 or 5 players that have all got finesse shot plus and flair or flair plus. And just start, like, nothing crazy. Just run like 5 or 10 games. And I could do that in champs. So instead of me grinding the Arsenal RTG with the Arsenal players and stuff, I could build that team and play it in champs. And in fact, tomorrow, we'll use this team in champs for five games and do the 99 aggression team in champs and then do the other one in champs. I think you're on something there. Check Golazo Berbatov. He would slap them on them for me. I always wonder why they were better than others. So the thing that AJ thought, because the reason why AJ thought it was good is because he's been really successful with finesse shots with Sancho and with Claudia Pina, and the only things that they have in common is finesse shot plus and flair. All right, so yeah, Berbatov also has finesse shot plus and flair, and he was banging for me as well. I played with his other one first for a while, but this one was banging as well. The other thing that AJ said, well, the thing that AJ said about it to me that he enjoyed mostly with it is he thinks the animation of actually taking the shot is quicker. He thinks they kick the ball quicker, which would be amazing, wouldn't it? And so we're going to do a squad tomorrow on that and the aggression stuff. And it just leaves me wondering, how many other playstyle combinations are there where they're really broken and we just don't know because we either haven't tried it or haven't like figured it out? You notice that with Foot Birthday Pires. So let me see my Pires cards. Because I had Pires's other card. I had this card and I hated it. Then I packed this card and I thought, okay, this is going to be amazing. I hated it, but his shots were better. I was actually scoring finesse shots with him. And look how he's only got 77 shot power and 78 long shots. Then I got this Foot Birthday card. I loved this card. I thought this card was so good. He also has finesse shot plus and flair, but I wonder if like the shot power and long shots also come into it. Yeah, and so other players that have got it, this, like Saka's finesse shots are crazy. Also has flair. Finesse shot plus 5-star weak foot and flair. And then, yeah, Erdegaard is another one that has finesse shot plus and flair, and his shots are cracked. And then Kai Havertz doesn't have it. And do you know what? This might be a little bit of bias, I don't know, but I don't really hit finesse shots with this Kai Havertz because they don't float in the same. What is considered a flare shot? So in theory, right, in theory, a flare shot would be when you hold L2 to create the flare or whatever, right? But because, see, read the second part of the sentence, right? Performs flare animations when contextually appropriate, which means you don't have to hold the flare button to generate flare shots or passes. But also because a finesse shot requires an action on the controller and it's not just a shot that where you press just the shoot button, it's very, very, very possible that the game recognizes a finesse shot as a flare shot. And so, yeah, giving it improved or, you know, as the plus says, even greater accuracy to a shot that is significantly faster with maximum curve and exceptional accuracy from a player that would have 99 finishing, 99 shot power, 99 long shots with the correct chem style, you just put them in for days. And so it'd be interesting to like test out scoring some goals, like what you say there, Sam, with like Dybala, he's got flair plus and regular finesse shot. Are they also very good, right? So I'd rather spend my time kind of like just enjoying playing with different play styles and different combinations of players and stuff, instead of sitting here with the Arsenal team that can't go anywhere and can't grow. I've proven my kind of skill set in this game now. We've hit the Elite Division. We've won multiple times in the Elite Division. We've got 7 win rewards in the Elite Division 3 weeks in a row. We've hit 15 wins in champs. I don't know if I'll ever get to 16. I don't know if the mentality's there. But I've kind of proven that I'm good enough at the game now. I'm good enough. You know, there was a point for me to prove personally when I was struggling at the game to prove that I was good enough at the game. Now I feel like I've proven that point, right? Now it's about time having fun building fun teams. And for that, I might still need to grind the game, right? I might still need to grind the menus, because what I should be doing is going and getting all of these SBCs and playing with them. Because who knows if, like, what's Diani got? She's got Flair and Finesse Shot regular. What about that? Or what about Flair and Trivela plus? How impactful is that? We've got Tiny. He's got Finesse Shot, no Flair. Boo, boring. But yeah, anyway. It's not about... You can't really see the difference manifest. That's the thing. It's about feeling the difference. It is about feeling the difference. AJ3 also saw in the patch notes that long ball pass plus had been patched to be less effective when crossing, although long balls don't say anything specific towards having any effect on crossing. That's interesting. He did, when I was chatting to him today, he said one thing that's interesting is some players have actions that cause your player to do something different. So, for example, you had William with Flair plus. He had good Trivelas, I think. Yeah, his Trivelas were sick. See how this says, lob and lofted through passes are even more accurate, travel faster than ever, and are far more difficult to intercept. Why would they be far more difficult to intercept? It means that the player that's near the receiver of the ball reacts differently than the player because of the person that has long ball pass plus, not because of the way they interact, which is really interesting. Can we really trust any of the descriptions though? Yeah, we have to, don't we? Because we don't have any other option, right? Yeah, long ball did used to be OP for crossing. One of the players that I thought was, like, in the very, very early stages of this game, like we're talking like first few days of playing this game, whenever I had the ball with Trent, he was ridiculous at crossing the ball into the box. And it's because he had long ball pass plus and whipped pass. And his crosses used to like float, but really fast to an attacker. And the defenders could never, ever like intercept the ball. But obviously his pace like lets him down a bit. First touch plus press is great when getting the ball on long ball pass plus. Team of the season, Salah. Yeah, so Salah was always one of the best ones at finesse shots, wasn't he? Yeah, this Kimmich is always... I've played a fair few games with this Kimmich, actually. Yeah, 90 games. He's amazing. I like him a lot. Long ball, ping pass, whip pass. Bruiser, press proven, relentless, and anticipate. I was telling you this the other day. Try incisive pass plus players who specifically don't have long ball at all. their L1 through balls are insane. They're considered incisive passes. Oh, that's interesting. But if they have long ball, it considers it a different pass type, does it? So it doesn't count. Okay. So that'll have to be another one, another team. Yeah, another team for like building into to see. Weird how we've not seen Rapid Plus and Quick Step Plus together. So like AJ posed something earlier when, as you can probably tell, guys, I chatted to AJ a whole bunch today whilst doing Squad Builder Showdown. He said something to me earlier that I can't stop thinking about since. That I can't believe I just didn't pick up on my own. That I need answers for. Kylian Mbappe, 97, Team of the Year versus Team of the Season. One has got Quick Step Plus and the other has got Rapid Plus. They both have 99 pace, right? 99 acceleration and sprint speed on both of them. If you read what this one does, accelerates significantly faster during explosive sprints. And for this one, reaches even higher sprint speed whilst dribbling and has greatly reduced chance of error. So this Mbappe reaches even higher sprint speeds. This Mbappe accelerates faster, but they both have 99 pace. So I'm interested in, what does the pace go to? Because those play styles would not work if it doesn't go above the 99 barrier, right? Which means one Mbappe runs faster and one Mbappe gets quicker faster, even though he doesn't run faster over like long term. Rapid is quicker. I think Rapid is quicker as well. But how much of a boost does he get that? No. I know Rapid is quicker, Dave. But what I'm saying is they both have 99 pace, right? And so what does the stat go to? Now that they both have 99, what does it go to? Does it go to 105, 110, 115, 120, like 108, 103, 101? Like, what does it go to? And it just made me think like, man, I've never taken into consideration somebody that has like 99 in a stat that also then gets the boost. Because I've always played with players that were less than because of the RTGs and stuff. And so like, Finesse Shot Plus, does Finesse Shot Plus matter on a player that already has 99 curve, for example? Because it says performs finesse shots significantly faster with maximum curve and exceptional accuracy. So if a player already has 99 curve, does it get more curve? Is 99 curve maximum curve, or is it just the most that you can get out of the stat? And then the accuracy and the pace, is that the long shots, shot power and finishing? Does it get max to 99, or does it go above and beyond that? And obviously we kind of know it does go above and beyond that. But again, it's like, how much value do you get out of, for example, Saka with 94 finishing, 91 shot power, 90 long shots, and 94 curve? How much better would his finesse shots be if he had 99 finishing, shot power, long shots, and curve? If at all, maybe they wouldn't be better. Consider a grade play styles as 1.25x on base stats and gold as 1.5 on stats. You think it's that much, do you? Because I know one of the reasons why we started talking about it is because it's hilarious to me that in Mystery Ball, play styles don't work. But I can't remember how I know. I can't remember where this information was, if it was told to me in private or if it was public. But I know that in Mystery Ball, it takes it 1.5x, right? So stats go from 100 shooting to 150 shooting. And like when, obviously when you get the passing one, you get up to 150 passing. Like, so our Playstyle pluses effectively Mystery Ball that, and then does it? Is it is it a multiplication, for example? And this is what I mean here, Dave. Right? Is it a multiplication of the stat that's there, or does it carry up to a stat? So let's say, in theory, you could get maximum of 150 shooting with finesse shot plus. If I have 80 shooting, is it a 1.5 that takes me to 120 shooting, or does it just carry me straight up to 150? Flextra, thanks for the prime, brother. Much appreciated, man. Game shouldn't be this cryptic. It shouldn't. It shouldn't. Shooting discussion in general is flawed by thinking shooting gets more curve and stuff. If I press shoot, the game calculates if I score or not and then runs an animation according to that shot. So if I shoot with a bronze, he will also smack in top bins like he's Messi. That's why goalkeepers also sometimes don't stretch out their arms when the ball goes next to them. Yeah, but the game calculates that based on your stats, right? It doesn't calculate it based on nothing, right? It's the stats that you have. I actually think it's the other way around. Rather than the PS Plus boosting the stats, it's more so the stat is what makes the playstyle more effective. My best example is how good has been how Bernardo is the best technical dribbler in the game, even though Neymar and Messi have high dribbling stats. But they have but on that same note though, Alex Messi and Neymar have higher dribbling stats and the Playstyle Plus. So if it was the stats that make the Playstyle Plus better, they have better stats, so therefore their dribbling should be better, right? Didn't you test chem styles for power shots last year? Yeah, we got some really good like information on how power shots work last year, and the fact that we basically tested chem styles on power shots. We could, in theory, test Playstyle Pluses. You know what? At least for power shot, we could get an exact understanding of how much boost it gives by taking somebody with really low shooting and getting a baseline for the boost. And then taking somebody with maximum shooting and figuring out from that a percentage of, if somebody with 40 shooting gets on a regular power shot with no play styles, gets, 45 miles per hour, and then we find somebody with that shooting with power shot plus and it takes it to like 60 miles per hour, we'll get an understanding then, if we then do that same process with somebody with 99 shooting, would actually get an understanding of exactly the percentage of boost it gives, which would be quite interesting. Yeah, using a bronze to score a power shot, looking at the ball speed, then getting a power shot plus bronze player and looking at the ball speed and knowing that that baseline is there for those two. And then if like 40 shooting goes to 60 shooting, or 40 miles per hour goes to 60 miles per hour on a bronze, in theory, 50 miles per hour would go to like 75 miles per hour on a 99 shot. Yeah, sure, it's a game of probabilities. In my opinion, player builds in terms of stature really affects the game more than we know. I have an 83 Evo who's like 5 foot and wins every duel, accelerates instantly fast and is agile on the ball like crazy, but has 20 plus less stats than Messi, similar to the Jesse Rodriguez in FIFA 17 being a cheap CR7. Yeah, body type is definitely important as well. It would be interesting as well, like to get like a player with 99 pace that doesn't have quick step or rapid, not that they might not even exist, and run them from one end of the field to the other, test how quick it gets them there. And then somebody that does have quick step plus and then rapid plus and quick step to see who gets there first. Maybe it isn't a multiplier and it's just a certain amount of stats added on. The reason why I think it's a stat boost or carries up to a stat is because of the lowest rated RTG. I'm able to score goals especially with power shot more than any other shot type. Finesse shot does work as well, but power shot's the most noticeable. I'm able to score goals with power shot players that have got like 40 shooting. And then when you score a power shot with them, it flies in. And it's like, okay, like that has to have taken it up to a stat. Because if it multiplied a stat, it'd only have like 60 shooting or 70 shooting at most. If it added a number of stats, that still would only take, because it's shooting so low, that still would only take it shooting into like the 80s or 90s. But it flies in, which means it like in my opinion, it has to actually have a like power shot has to take shot power and finishing to a stat, and power shot plus has to take shot power and finishing to a superior stat. Why do some players have 99 pace? I don't feel like it, while some do. Because pace isn't only determined by acceleration and sprint speed, it's also determined by agility, balance, composure, and play styles. And also like stamina as well, right? And also I think there's like generally a massive like misunderstanding again of like the baseline. Like if you took a player with 50 pace and run them from the edge of one box to the halfway line, and then took a player with 99 pace and run them from the edge of the box to the halfway line, the difference in that, like in your mind, would be the player with 99 pace would get there twice as fast, but it doesn't. It gets there a few % quicker, you know? So the true difference between like even 90 pace, like if I gave you this Bukayo Saka with 99 acceleration and sprint speed, and said, but didn't tell you what his pace was. If I just gave you this Bukayo Saka with like hidden pace, right, but I know it's 99 acceleration and sprint speed, and said, go and play 3 games in champs with this Bukayo Saka, then I gave you a different Bukayo Saka with 90 acceleration and sprint speed, but you couldn't see, and told you to play 3 games in that one. And I asked you afterwards, tell me with 100% certainty, which one do you think had the 99 pace? I don't think you'd be able to tell me. You'd be able to have a guess, of course, but I don't think you'd be able to tell me with certainty which one had 99 pace, because the difference between 90 and 99 pace on its own isn't necessarily massive. However, if I gave you a Bukayo Saka with 90 pace and also 5 less dribbling and 5 less stamina, then I think you'd notice it would be a noticeable difference in game. Might just change the range. So say no power shot 199, power shot normal 199, power shot plus 299. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, it might be. And isn't it mad that it's like we don't know? We don't know how it influences it. And that's why like getting a feeling for players is so valuable. And one of the things with Sancho as the prime example, when I first got Jadon Sancho, I played some games with him on this account when I packed him, and I didn't like him at all. How many did I play? 5. I did not like him at all. But what I tried to do with Sancho was dribble a lot. Yet when you look at one of the things that would be influencing his dribbling, his strength and his aggression, and the fact he only has 2 ball control play styles, no press proven, no bruiser, it kind of makes sense. And, you know, no technical plus either. Kind of makes sense that dribbling with him would be a little bit underwhelming. But since I started using him on the England RTG, even before AJ explained about Flair Plus and Finesse Shot Plus, I've been massively enjoying Sancho on the England RTG because he's been burying loads of finesse shots. Then AJ told me about the Flair Finesse Shot Plus theory. So the 3 games we played today, I scored about 10 goals with Sancho, with finesse shots, because I was forcing that narrative with him because of the play styles. And now all of a sudden I've got a completely different view on Sancho, where I'm like, I actually think he'd be better suited as like a central cam or a left cam or a left striker, because he has got good dribbling stats, but his finesse shots will just be so deadly. Team Hullet did a video where they ran Hemp 99 pace and Mbappe 99 pace, and Mbappe was faster. I know this is because height and longer legs meant moved faster. that I would only believe that it's because his height was the factor if every other variable was controlled. Yeah, I feel like I was using him wrong. Yeah, I was literally just using Sancho wrong. I was trying to abuse pace and dribbling with him when actually shooting is the, using his dribbling to get into a better place to shoot rather than trying to dribble around and speed past everyone is the thing. Yeah, also the accelerates will be different. That's what I mean. Like the controlled variables would have to be the same to prove that it is height of a player that makes them run faster. Anyway, guys, I'm going to be going for now. I might come back for some Diablo later. I'm going to go and put the kids to bed and whatnot. But tomorrow, I'll be streaming a lot earlier tomorrow. We'll try and be live for around 11 tomorrow because I want to play with this team for 5 games in Champs. I want to build a Finesse Shot Flair Plus team for 5 games in Champs. And then finish off my Champs games with the Arsenal team to finish off the Arsenal series. I'm kind of just going to put it to an end there. So a lot to do tomorrow. How are you able to give Saka's for 3 games, bro? It was a theoretical stop the lights. In theory, if I gave you Saka with 99 pace for 3 games and 90 pace Saka for 3 games, you wouldn't be able to tell me the difference. I can't actually do it, I'm afraid. But yeah, cheers for watching, guys. Let me go. I know a lot of content creators are away today. I don't actually know if there's many people around to raid, but we will find one. Oh, Nick's still alive. Happy days. I'll send you guys to Nick. And yeah, I will catch you guys tomorrow for a nice long stream. But for now, thanks for watching. Good night and God bless.